نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم من همزه ونفخه ونفثه بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي رب زدني علما اللهم لا سهل إلا ما جعلته سهلا وأنت تجعل الحزن إذا شئت سهلا. So before continuing with our exercises, I would like to ask you the very important points we discussed in our previous class, our session about Asma'ul Mawsula. And I will also discuss a few of them today, and will try to go to the Quranic exercise related to Kana wa akhwatuha. So, sister, what were the points did we discuss?
Right, okay, so we discussed the relative pronouns, al-asma'ul mawsulatu, and how there's 6 forms. There's 3 for mudhakkar and 3 for muannath. And one is alladhi, which is wahid mudhakkar, alladhani muthanna mudhakkar, and alladhina, which is jama mudhakkar. And likewise, التي for واحد مؤنث and اللتاني for مثنى مؤنث and اللواتي for جمع مؤنث. And in addition to that, there's 2 more اسم موصول which are known as ma and man. And man is used for akil and ma is used for غير akil, and they're used for both mufrad, mu'annath and jama'. And so when we use the relative pronoun is mawsul, then in the sentence basically it has the relative pronoun is a definite noun, and it's added to a sentence to give more meaning, and it means that or who or which. The relative pronoun ism mawsul has another sentence after it which gives more meaning, which is called the relative pronoun, which is called silatul mawsul. And in the silatul mawsul you will find it normally contains a personal pronoun which refers back to the relative ism mawsul, which is known as the a'idus silati. Yeah, that's what it's called, silati. And the pronoun can be it can be apparent, it can be a concealed pronoun, a mustatir, and it can be an attached or detached. And I think that's it really. I think those were the main points.
One more thing. Remember it. Hurry up.
All right, okay, so the different types of maybe silatul mawsul, it can come as a shibhul jumla.
Okay, very good. Yes, brother Ayman, hurry up. Revise it as sister said, and if she left anything, let me know. Yes.
Okay,
okay, brother Ayman, please go ahead.
So ism mawsul refers to the ism that explains, that is used to explain other things.
It is a common noun, by the way, right?
Okay, I didn't know that. So it is a common noun.
Really?
No, it's a relative noun. It explains.
It is.
I thought you were telling me.
It is marifa, al-marifatu. It's not a nakira.
Acha, in that way, it's mawsul is itself.
So how can it be? How can it be a common noun when it is marifa? Brother Aman,
So
you're
it
trying to
is
confuse us,
what you call
huh?
this in English.
Okay, carry on. Yes.
Okay, so where was I? G. So it basically explains more about what has already been mentioned. So for example, I say Ahmed alladhi. So Ahmed is the one who, or things of that kind. It is of 6 aqsam. It has 6 types. Alladhi, alladhani, alladhi, alladhani, alladhina. That's for male, singular, dual, and plural. You have allati, allatani, allawati, singular, dual, and plural for female. We have min and ma. That is
No, man, not men.
man. Sorry, yes,
Men is
man.
what?
Min is harf jar. So you have man and ma, where man is used for the aql and ma is used for ghair the aql. It has the same function of ism mawsul. The structure of ism mawsul is such that you have first a jumla and then you have the what you call this sillatul mawsul that comes after the jumla. It starts with the word of ism mawsul, so it starts with either alladhi or alladhani, so on. And then after it comes a'idatu silla, that is the dhamir that is hidden within the sillatul mawsul. But this dhamir is referring back to the doer or the ism fa'il or ism maf'ul that is coming before the ism mawsul. So for example, of fariha alladhi najaha, here the najaha is referring to fariha. Oh yes, and it can silatul mawsul can also have a shibhu jumla. It can also be a shibhu jumla.
That's it.
I don't know if I'm missing something.
My brother seems in a hurry. Somebody's calling you?
Not really.
Okay, listen to me very carefully. Try to understand the things. They are very important. First thing, al-asma'ul mawsula, from the very subject or the topic of the uh, lesson, we understand that al-mawsula that means ismul mawsul, that is type of ism. And this type of ism happens to be al-ma'rifa, that is particular noun, a specific noun, right? And that is what opposite to a nakira, that is what a common noun, or yes, common noun. This is the first thing. And definitely ismul mawsul that comes after the noun. There should be a noun before ismul mawsul. Yes, ismul mawsul have some specific forms. I will let you know again that what are the types of ismul mawsul, al asmaul mawsul, and that can be a common ismul mawsul, mean mushtarika, means that can be shared by all, right? But that will not be a nakira, means that has common form for mufrad, mudhakkar, mufrad, muthanna, and jama'. This is the meaning of common over there. So ism mawsul must have a noun preceding it, and ism mawsul because it is a type of al-marifa. After ismul mawsul, that there always be a sentence. Either it is jumlatul fa'liya, or jumlatun fi'liyatun, or jumlatun ismiyatun, right? Either of them should be over there. And they qualify what the noun is over there. And we'll discuss that al means the sentence that is represented by ismul mawsul, al ismul mawsul, that becomes what? A nat, and the preceding noun becomes what? Al man'ud. So, like sallamtu alalladhi huwa ustadun. Now, over there, we also discussed about mahdhuf, right? And when we say farihalladhi, najaha fil imtihani, alladhi, that qualifies everything. And say, for example, in fariha, there is some hidden zamir, so that is being qualified. And alladhi becomes what? File over there. Means al-man'ud, ma'nat, that becomes file. So I repeat this thing because there will be a mixture. The second point was this, that there should be a noun before al-ismul mawsul, and after al-ismul mawsul there is what a complete sentence that can be jumlatun fa'liyatun or jumlatun ismiyatun. Ismul mawsul having a sentence afterwards, that becomes silatul mawsul. And if there is a zamir that is hidden or a zamir that is what baris, that is what that seems, we can see it, marfu munfasil, that refers back to al-ismul mawsul. So that is what a'idu sillati. This was the third point. Number 4 point is this, that can there be silatul mawsul other than jumlatun ismayatun and jumlatun fa'liyatun? The answer is yes. And what is that? That is what shibul jumla. So shibul jumla can be what? It can be silatul mawsul. And I told you that whenever we refer back to silatul mawsul, and that is what shibul jumla. So we will find out something what mahdhuf means, like thabitun, I told you, thabitatun, thabata, thabatat, and we'll discuss that as well. So these were the very important points. And then one more thing. Al-ismul mawsul or al-asma'ul mawsul, all of them, they are mabni. They are mabni, means they don't change their forms other than two. What are those two? Muthanna mudhakkar and muthanna muannath. Because they change their form from marfu to mansub and majroor. Okay, like alladhina, alladhani, that is what muthanna, and that is what alam mahl al-rafa, that is what marfu. But when we talk about mansub, it will be alladhaini, and majroor it will be alladhaini, right? And likewise allawati. Is it allawati or allati?
That is allatani.
Okay, yes, it is allatani. So it becomes what? Allataini and allataini, mansub and majroor. Very good. So only these two have different forms in nasab and jar, because ismul mawsul either comes at the place of rafa or at the place of nasab or at the place of jar. It has three forms. But Ismul Mawsul as a whole means all forms. Most of the forms, they are mabni. They are not what should I say? Their forms do not change ex morab. They are not morab except for muthanna mudhakkar and muthanna muannas. Now going ahead, yes, one more thing. There are two more al-asma al-mawsul, ma and man. Ma is used in common for mudhakkar, I mean, so that is ghair aqil, and for mufrad, muthanna and jama'. And man is used for aqil, and that is for mufrad, muthanna and jama'. That is common. Now over here, we can understand that al-asma al-mawsul, they are of two types. Apart from mudhakkar and muannas, now we are discussing some other form. What are those two forms? Number one, they are specific ones. Al-asma'ul mawsula, having a specific form for mufrad, muthanna and jama' in mudhakkar and muannath, right? And number two, those they have got common forms. So they are known as al-asma'ul mawsula mushtarik, right? They have common forms. Like ma has same form for mufrad, for muthanna, for and jama', and that is for ghair aqil. And man has has the same forms for mufrad, muthanna and jama'. So we say they are common, or they have got common forms for mufrad, muthanna and jama'. So this asma al-mawsula can be divided in two categories further. One is what is specific or definite asma al-mawsula, and the second one, that is what common. And common here means the common form for mufrad, muthanna and jama', not beyond than that, right? Now, what is the important to understand at the moment? we understand that Ism al-Mawsul has three of i'rab, means mahl al-i'rab. They can be marfu, they can be mansoob, they can be majroor. If ismul mawsul fi mahli rafa, that will be marfu. If it is fi mahli nasab, that will be mansub. If it is fi mahli jar, it will be majroor. This is very important. We have understood that. Now, another thing, the last thing, let me tell you. What is the last thing? Last thing is this, that ismul mawsul comes after the noun. Comes after the noun. This is very important. And that noun becomes mawsuf, and ismul mawsul with silatul mawsul. Silatul mawsul becomes what? Sifat for that mawsuf. Means the first noun that comes before al-ismul mawsul, that is al-man'ud, and the means al-ismul mawsul with its silatul mawsul, that becomes what? An-na'at for al-man'ud. So this is what we can understand. Means if the ismul mawsul that comes after the noun, if that noun happens to be marfu, then that can be fa'il, or that can be what? Mubtada, right? And that will be what? That fa'il means that ism, either it would be that definitely would be what? Al-man'ud. And al-ism al-mawsul with its silatul mawsul, what it will become? What? A na'at for the al-man'ud. So this is very important point. Have you have understood?
Ustaz, can you please repeat this last point?
Yes. Now, say for example, Farihat Talibu. You can see it. We can check it. This is very important. So let's zoom it first, and then discuss one by one. Okay. Now you see that at-talibu, fariha at-talibu alladhi najaha fil imtihani. Now fariha is what? A verb, and at-talibu comes after that. So at-talib is what? Doer of an action, because fariha shows the action, expresses the action. Now alladhi najaha fil imtihani, alladhi is what? Al-ism al-mawsul. Najaha fil imtihani jumlatun fi'liyatun, that becomes silatul mawsul. And fil fi najha, there is a zameen that is mustathar, that refers back to alladhi. Now alladhi, al-ism al-mawsul with its silatul mawsul becomes what? An-na'at for al-man'ut, that is what? At-talib. In simpler words, at-talib is mawsuf, and alladhi, that is ismul mawsul with its silatul mawsul becomes what? An-na'at for it. Is that clear?
Ji.
Now the second sentence, kafa'tu at-talib alladhi najaha fil imtihani. Now at-talib, what? The ism that receives an action. Because kafa'tu, tu is what? File, and it is baris. It seems that we have got the file over there. It is wahid mutakallim, and fail is over there, and the receiver of the action happens to be at-talib, and that's why it's mansub. Now alladhi, it is ism al-mawsul, and najah fil imtihani, that is silatul mawsul, that ism al-mawsul with its silatul mawsul becomes a na'at for al-man'ud, that is a talib, and that is fi mahli nasab. Is that clear, brother?
Ji, that makes sense.
Now sallamtu ala talibi. Now fail and file is over there. We understand sallamtu, fail and file. Now ala is what? Harf jar, and that is shibul jumla with what? At-talib, that is majroor, but at-talib over here, that is what? Al-man'ud. Alladhi najah fil imtihani happens to be silatul mawsul. Al-ismul mawsul with its silatul mawsul becomes what? An-na'at. And for what? For at-talib, that is al-man'ut, and an-na'at, al-man'ut ma its na'at, that is what? Majroor, and harf jar with its majroor becomes what? Shibul jumla. Is that clear?
So, sir, would that be
Ji.
classed as just one na'at or two na'at with ism mawsul and silatul mawsul? Is it just classed as one or two? Because I was wondering if alladhi was just the na'at.
Yeah, alladhi is what? Can you repeat your question?
I was under the impression that alladhi ism mawsul was just known as the na'at, but now you're saying that the silatul mawsul is also included in the na'at. So would that be classed as two na'ats, or would that be classed?
Actually, ismul mawsul, if we say that can we use al ismul mawsul singularly, or what should I say, in isolation, mujarrad, without silatul mawsul? No, we cannot use. Say for example, fariha alladhi, fariha, farihat talibu alladhi. Now we just make alladhi, oh, mujarrad, we use it mujarrad. That will not be able to convey the sense. How does it convey its sense? It conveys, or it only conveys, or it can only convey its sense. It only can convey its sense when there is silatul mawsul. So al ismul mawsul with silatul mawsul, that becomes what? Uh, Something what? A mufrad completely, means that what should I say, murakkab of al ism al mawsul and silat al mawsul, that becomes what? One thing in grammar that refers back to something. Say for example, we have got al man'ud wahid, and there are two an-na'at, there are two what sifat for that, but two sifats with this mawsuf, that becomes either file or mubtada or maf'ulun bihi or majroor, right? That will be having one status in the sentence, single status. There will not be different statuses. Yes, we can analyze that what is their appearance in sentence happens to be, or what is their role in sentence happens to be in a sentence. But when we take al na'at wahid, and with its two, sorry, al man'ut wahid, its two al na'at, na'tani, that becomes what? Murakkabul tawsifi, and that murakkabul tawsifi either can become a file, or that can become al mubtada, or that can become a khabar, or that can become what, maf'ulun bihi, or that can become majroor, or that can become also mudaf ilayh. Is that clear, sister?
Yes, I guess if you have more examples, then that would be more clear. But
Yes, yes. Let me tell you example. Say for example, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahmanir Rahim, right? Malik
Yes.
Yawmiddin. Now over here we say Alhamdu, that is what Mubtada. Lillahi, that is what Shibul Jumla, and that was Khabar. But Lafz Jalala, Allah, Rabbil Alameen, Rabb with its Muzafile becomes Sifat, Sifat, first Sifat. Ar-Rahman, sorry. Rabb, Muzafile, Muzaf, and Al-Alameen, that is what? Muzafile, and what that becomes?
What does it become, sir?
Yes, it's Sifat 1 or something else, or it becomes Mawsuf.
For lafz jalala, sir.
Mawsuf is what? Lafzul Jalala. Yes. Actually, we are trying to understand that. Rabbil Alameen, Muzaf, Muzaf, Sifat first. First Sifat. Ar-Rahman, that was second Sifat. Ar-Rahim, that is what, third Sifat. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mawsuf ma, its different Sifat becomes what? Majroor. And jar with its majroor becomes Shibul Jumla, and that is what? Al-Khabar. Is that clear?
So could you repeat that?
Yes. I wanted to say this thing. Let me go back to Asma al-Mawsula. Oh, sorry, Murakkabul Tawsifi. For the sake of understanding, because we want to understand this thing, this is very important. What's happening? Acha. We are trying to understand that if there are different words, it's say for example, fi mahli rafa, or fi mahli nasab, or fi mahli jar. Now, will that be enough to count only one of them for the sake of the status it has in the sentence, or we have to talk about 3, 4, or 5 words to give them a status? Actually, this is what reading the file at the moment. So let me go with my book. Yes. Now, let's see. The sentence is al-ummalu al-muttaqiyun, sorry, al-mutqinuna. Al-ummalu al-mutqinuna dhahibuna ila al-masna'il jadidi. That is page number 82 in Urdu book. Okay, let me go from here. Just a minute. 82. This is 83. Okay, sister. Did you listen to the sentence? Al-ummalu al-mutqinuna dhahibuna ila al-masna'il jadidi. What do you understand from this sentence? Sister, can you listen to me?
So the sentence, could you repeat the sentence, sir?
Yes. Sentences in front of you over here. Now you see.
Al-ummal.
Al-ummalu al-mutqinuna dhahibuna ila al-masna'il jadidi. Okay, let me explain first. No issues. Now, sister, you see al-ummalu, it becomes what? Al-man'ut, and al-mutqinun is what? An-na'at. Is that clear?
Yes, I understand that.
Now, al-man'ut with its na'at becomes mubtada. The status is what? Of mubtada, while getting them together, both of them. So al-ummalu, al-mutqinuna, both of them, they are different words, but in a sentence, they technically become mubtada, and that is what the role of wahid means. Mufrad means mufrad in terms of word, wahid word. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, ilal masna'il jadidi, right? Now, ila is harf jar, al masna'i, that is what? Al man'ud, and al jadid, what is it? It's na'at.
No.
Now, al masna'i, that is al man'ud, with its na'at, that becomes majroor, right?
I understand, yes, sir.
Likewise, if there is what? Al ismul mawsul, if we use it mujarrad, it does not convey its meaning. There should be silatul mawsul, so it will be, means how can we understand that ismul mawsul conveys its complete meaning when it is used with its silatul mawsul? So al ismul mawsul with silatul mawsul becomes what? An-na'at for the preceding noun, that is what? Al man'ud. Is that clear?
Alhamdulillah. So yes, I get it now.
Alhamdulillah.
Yes.
Yes. So same is the situation with every means murakkab, or the words, they are more than one. So we have to treat them a single grammatical form for the sentence. Okay, we were on page number 150.
I don't have the Urdu books there. Maybe brother Ayman can tell you.
Just a minute. Yes, 182. 182. So going back to our discussion that we started, the points, important points. Now means ismul mosul, that becomes a nat for its preceding noun. And we have the sentences over here. Let me zoom it. There are 3 sentences. In first sentence, the noun that comes before ismul mosul, that is marfu. In second sentence, the noun that comes before ismul mosul, that is mansub. And in third sentence, the noun that comes before ismul mosul, that is what? Majroor. So ismul mosul can come fi mahli rafa, fi mahli nasab, or fi mahli jar, in 3 forms, because of preceding noun, because it qualifies the preceding noun. So it always happens, remains what? Means al-marif. So the points now I would like to repeat all of them for you. Try to understand them, and if you have any questions, definitely I will be answering them as well. What are those very important points? Important points are that al-asma'ul mawsul, al-mawsulatu, they are what? This is what type of ism, that is what? Al-ma'rifa. They are particular types of asma. And the second point is this, that al-asma'ul mawsulatu, they have got different forms for mudhakkar and for muannas. For mufrad mudhakkar, muthanna mudhakkar and jama mudhakkar, mufrad muannas, muthanna muannas, and al-jama muannas. Then all means, before going to further division, all of them, they are mabni, they are not morab. Okay, because they don't change their forms except for 2. What are those? Muthanna mudhakkar and al muthanna muannas. You know that. Now al asmaul mawsula can be categorized in 2 forms. One, they are particular or specific for what? For the nouns they represent. Mufrad, muthanna, jama. For muannas and mudhakkar, different forms. But there are 2 asmaul mawsula, they have got common forms. So that this is the second type al asmaul mawsula. And one of them, that is what? Ma, and second is man. So ma is used for ghair aqil, and that is common for mufrad, muthanna and jama. Man is used for aqil, and that has 3 common forms for mufrad, muthanna and jama. Now al-ismul mawsul, when it comes after a noun, that now after ismul mawsul, whatever that is either sentence or shibul jumla, whatever comes after that, it is either complete sentence, that is what? Jumlatun fa'liyatun or jumlatun ismiyatun. Okay, and that is known as silatul mawsul. So al-ismul mawsul with silatul mawsul becomes what? A nat for the preceding noun, that is what? Al-man'ud. And ismul mawsul can also become what? Shibul jumla. And if there is a zamir, that is what? Marfu munfasil, or that is mustatir. Now that refers back to ismul mawsul, that is alladhi or alladhani or alladhina, right? And that becomes aidus sillati. Then we discuss this thing, that ismul mawsul can come fi mahali nasab, fi mahali rafa, fi mahali nasab, fi mahali jar. And the noun that comes before it, it becomes always al-man'ut, and the ism that ism mawsul becomes an-na'at. Is that clear?
Yes,
All the
sir.
points?
Alhamdulillah.
Yes, brother Ayman. Do you have any questions?
Just the last one. You said noun coming before ism mawsul becomes man'ud.
Yes, is man'ut. Mawsuf.
Yes.
And ism
Mawsuf,
mawsul with its sila, that becomes sifat for that. فرح الطالب, الطالب is موصوف. الذي نجح في الامتحان, الذي اسم الموصول, نجح في الامتحان صلة الموصول, and الموصول اسم الموصول with صلة الموصول becomes what? النعت means صفت for الطالب. الطالب, that is what? موصوف with its صفت becomes file for فرح, and that is what? جملة فعلية. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
MashaAllah. So what do you say? Do you want to do exercise, or you need to time to revise the things? Hurry up.
Maybe
I'm
we
okay.
can just test ourselves.
Ji?
We can test and see how we know so far.
Okay. Okay. So I'm not going to this exercise for Al-Ism al-Mawsul, and when the session ends, you have to join back. We will be doing the exercise with Kana wa akhwatuha, and we will be doing exercise of Quranic ayat, ayatul Quran. We'll first do this exercise with the topics we have learned, then we'll go back to other things. So we have got less than 1 minute, but we are starting. Now you have to tell me from these ayats that the forms of kana wa laysa. Okay, and you also have to what should I say? You have to specify what is the ism of kana or laysa, and what should be the khabar of kana or laysa. So you have to determine that. Okay, sister, go for first 5 sentences. If this session ends, we'll be coming back. Yes.